Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are fine at your home. We successfully completed our fifth chapter in previous class. Do you remember? Yes. After that, we write latest activities, textbook activities, worksheet, fun to learn, etc. I think all are completely right in your notebook. Okay, let's start our next chapter, our sixth chapter, places of interest. All of you take your textbook and open the page number 161, the chapter places of interest. Places of interest. In this chapter, we studied about different kind of monuments in India, like Qutub Minar, Ajanta Ellora caves, Meenakshi temple, etc. In previous class, we studied about our culture. In this chapter, we detailed studied the Indian languages, Indian dressing styles, clothes, dance and music, then paintings, architecture, festivals, etc. Today we studied about different monuments in India, the famous historical monuments in India. We know that there are so many monuments in India. We already studied that different important monuments in India. Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar, Jama Masjid, Red Fort, Fatehpur Sikri. There are so many important monuments in India. India has many beautiful historical monuments. These monuments have attracted a lot of tourists both from India and abroad. India has many beautiful historical monuments. These monuments have attracted a lot of tourists both from India and abroad. Now we discuss each of the important monuments in India. Firstly, we studied about Qutub Minar. In a textbook, page number 161, here you can see first important monument, Qutub Minar. Qutub Minar is one of the important famous landmarks in Delhi. It is situated in Delhi. Qutub Minar is one of the important landmarks in Delhi. It is situated in Delhi. Then, it is the tallest brick minaret in the world. It was built by Qutbuddin Aibak. It is the very tallest brick minaret in the world. It was built by Qutbuddin Aibak. Who built Qutub Minar? Qutbuddin Aibak. Then Qutbuddin Aibak was built by Qutub Minar. The Qutub Minar is largely made of red sandstones. It is about 238 feet high. There are so many verses from the Holy Quran are carved on it. It is surrounded by several historical monuments such as Quwat Islam, Masjid and the Iron Pillar, etc. are Another important historical monument surrounded by Qutub Minar. So all of you listen here. Qutub Minar is one of the important monument, very famous monument in Delhi. It is situated in Delhi. It is the highest, tallest. It is the tallest brick minaret in the world, built by Qutbuddin Aibak, and there are largely the Qutub Minar is largely made of red sandstone, red in color. So it is built by red sandstones. So there are 238 feet of height. 238 feet of height, and there are so many verses. There are so many verses from the Holy Quran are carved on it. The lines of the Quran, Holy Quran, the verses of the important verses of Quran are carved on it. It is surrounded by several historical monuments such as Quwat ul Islam Masjid and the Iron Pillar are located surrounded by the Qutub Minar. So we studied about the first historical monument in India, that is Qutub Minar. It is situated in Delhi. It is the highest or tallest landmark. It is the tallest brick minaret in the world. It was built by Qutbuddin Aibak. It is about 238 feet of height. Verses of Quran are carved on it. Surrounding areas of Qutub Minar, other important historical monuments like Quwat ul Islam Masjid. Quwat ul Islam Masjid or Iron Pillar are also located, are also situated around the Qutub Minar, the surrounding area of Qutub Minar. Then together with the other monuments in that area, the form of Qutub complex, this complex is listed as UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Qutub Minar is recognized by UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is a complex of Qutub complex. So it is listed on UNESCO World Heritage Site. Qutub Minar is listed on World Heritage Site. UNESCO. UNESCO World Heritage Site, UNESCO, UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is listed on World Heritage Site. Okay, these are the main contents we studied about Qutub Minar. These are the main points. Okay, all of you remember one of the important monument in India, that is Qutub Minar. It is situated in Delhi. It is tallest brick minaret in the world. It was built by Qutbuddin Aibak, and this minaret largely made of red sandstone, and it is about 238 feet of height, and there are several historical monuments surrounded by Qutub Minar like Quwat ul Islam Masjid and Iron Pillar, and it's also Qutub Minar is listed on the complex. This complex Qutub complex is listed on UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay, all of you listen. All of you understand. Okay, next we studied about other important historical monument in India, that is Ajanta Ellora Caves. Ajanta Ellora Caves. Ajanta Ellora Caves. We studied firstly Ajanta Caves. Ajanta Ellora caves are located near the city of Aurangabad in Maharashtra. It is located in Maharashtra. There are 29 caves at Ajanta. Firstly, we studied about Ajanta. The two of them caves are situated in Aurangabad, near Aurangabad in Maharashtra. There are 29 caves at Ajanta. How many caves in Ajanta? 29 caves. 29 caves situated in Ajanta. These caves were built by Buddhist monks and more than 2,000 years ago. These caves, 29 caves, were built by Buddhist monks. We know that, we studied that there are 29 caves situated in Ajanta. These caves were built by Buddhist monks more than 2,000 years ago. Twenty-nine caves are situated in Ajanta. There are 2,000 years ago, the Buddhist monks were built by Ajanta caves. How many caves in Ajanta? Ajanta? Yes, 29 caves are situated in Ajanta, and these caves were built by Buddhist monks more than 2,000 years ago. Some of these caves were used as monasteries by the monks, while others were used as prayer hall. So, we studied that how totally 29 caves are situated in Ajanta. In some of the caves are used as monasteries. Some of the caves are used as monasteries. Some others are used as prayer halls. Some of the caves are used as monasteries, some others are used prayer hall. First one we studied about the two of them caves are situated in Maharashtra, Aurangabad in Maharashtra. In Ajanta caves, there are 29 caves are situated in Ajanta. These caves were built by Buddhist monks more than 2,000 years ago, and these caves were used for mainly in monasteries, for use of monasteries, but some monasteries by monks, some while other using that the prayer halls, Okay, another important historical monument in India, that is Ajanta Ellora caves. Ajanta, there are 29 caves. 2,000 years ago, the Buddhist monks are built by these caves. Then some of the caves are used for monasteries, and some others are used for prayer hall. Then secondly, next we studied about Ellora cave paintings. There are 34 caves at Ellora. There are 34 caves at Ellora. There are 34 caves at Ellora, and Ellora has many Buddhist, Jain and Hindu cave temples. Among the most famous Buddhist cave is one which shows a 15-foot statue of a seat of Buddha. The Jain cave temples are notable for their simplicity. Some of the caves, however, have rich paintings on their ceilings. So, in Ellora caves, there are 34 cave paintings at Ellora. These cave paintings include Hindus, then the Hindu cave paintings, Buddhist cave paintings and Jain cave paintings. The 34 cave paintings are included Buddhist, Jain and Hindu cave paintings. There are 34 caves are situated in Ellora. These caves are included as many Buddhist, Jain and Hindu cave temples. These caves are included Buddhist, Jain and Hindu temples. Among the Buddhist caves, the Buddha statues are included. The 15 foot of statue of seated Buddha are included. The Jain cave temples are notable for their simplicity. Some of the caves, however, have rich painting on the ceilings. The most splendid of the Hindu cave temples of Kailasa temple. So, the Ellora cave temples are used in different ways. The Buddhist, Jains, Hindu temples are located in Ellora. In Buddhist caves is one of the which shows the 15-foot statue of a seated of Buddha. The Jain cave temples are notable for their simplicity. Some of the caves, however, have rich paintings on their ceilings. The Hindu cave temples, one of the important Hindu cave temples in Ellora, that is Kailasa temple. That is Kailasa temple. Kailasa temple. It is also situated in Ellora. So, the Ellora cave temples are included. Ellora caves are many Buddhist, Jain and Hindu cave temples. So, one of the important Buddhist cave temple, that is the 15-foot statue of Buddha, seated Buddha. Then Jain cave temple, that is simplicity. That cave temple is very simplicity. It is most rich paintings on their ceilings. And the Hindu cave temples is one of the important Hindu cave temple in Ellora, that is Kailasa temple. It is carved from the single rock. It is one of the important feature of the Hindu cave temple, that is Kailasa temple, that is it is carved from a single rock. It is carved on a single rock. It is carved on a single rock. The Ajanta Ellora caves are recognized as, we know that we already studied the Qutub Minar also recognized by the UNESCO World Heritage, and also Ajanta Ellora cave paintings. Ajanta Ellora cave paintings are also recognized by World Heritage Site. World Heritage Site. Ajanta Ellora cave paintings are also recognized by World Heritage Site. So, we studied that the first one of the important monument in India, that is Qutub Minar. Then after Qutub Minar is one of the important famous landmarks in Delhi. It is situated in Delhi. It is the tallest bricks monuments in the world. It is built by Qutbuddin Aibak. Then we studied about Qutub Minar, about 238 feet of height and largely made of red sandstone. It is the verses of Quran are also carved on it. Then we studied about Ajanta Ellora cave paintings. Ajanta Ellora cave paintings are located Aurangabad in Maharashtra. 29 caves at Ajanta and 34 caves at Ellora. In Ajanta cave paintings are built by Buddhist monks 2000 years ago. There are two important using of the Ajanta cave paintings. Firstly, they used monasteries by the monks. Then otherly, you used the prayer halls. Then 34 cave paintings at Ellora. Included the Buddhist, Jain and Hindu cave temples. Buddhist Jain temple that shows the 15 feet of foot statue of a seated Buddha, and Jain temple is marked the rich paintings on the ceilings, and Hindu cave temples are one of the important cave cave temple, that is Kailasa temple. It is carved from the single rock. And also Ajanta cave paintings also recognized by World Heritage Site. Okay, then we studied about the next important monument in India, that is Meenakshi temple. Meenakshi temple is situated in Madurai. Meenakshi temple is situated in Madurai, that is Tamil Nadu. Then all of you take your textbook page number 162. The Meenakshi temple is at Madurai in Tamil Nadu. The temple has beautiful sculptures, elaborately carved gopurams and gateways. The temple has beautiful sculpture. The Meenakshi temple is situated Madurai, near Madurai at Tamil Nadu. It is very beautiful for sculptures, carved gopurams and gateways. Carved gopurams and gateways. It is famous for its hall of 1,000 pillars. It is famous for the hall of 1,000 pillars. This hall also the house of Temple Art Museum. This hall is famous for Temple Art Museum. We studied that the Meenakshi temple is at Madurai in Tamil Nadu. The temple has beautiful sculptures, elaborately carved gopurams and gateways. It is famous for its hall of 1,000 pillars. This hall also house of temple art music. This hall, it is also famous for hall of 1,000 pillars. This hall is considered the house of Temple Art Museum. This hall is the house of Temple Art Museum. Just outside the hall are the musical pillars. Just outside this hall is the house of Temple Art Museum. The outside of the hall is considered as musical pillar. It is musical pillars. It is famous for the hall of 1,000 pillars. This hall also the house of Temple Art Museum, and just outside the hall are the musical pillars. If you strike these pillars with a rod, you will hear different musical notes. Here you can see the picture of Meenakshi temple in Tamil Nadu. See, this is the temple. This is the temple. This is the picture of temple. So, Meenakshi temple is situated in Madurai, that is in Tamil Nadu, and it is very famous for the sculptures, carved gopurams and gateway, and is also famous the house of hall of 1,000 pillars. This hall is the house of Temple Art Museum. The outside of the hall, that is the musical pillars. There the If the strike of these pillars with the road, you will hear different musical notes. These musical pillars, you can see here different musical notes. So, thirdly, we studied about the small important in your textbook note. You mentioned that the small important description about the Meenakshi temple. Meenakshi temple is situated in Madurai at Tamil Nadu. It is very famous for sculptures, gopurams and gateways, and it is very famous hall of thousand pillars. This hall is the home of a house of temple art museum, and it is the outside of this hall is considered the musical pillars. The next we studied about Victoria Memorial. All of you listen here. Victoria Memorial. This is the picture of Victoria Memorial. All of you look at it, textbook page number 162. Here you can see the picture of Victoria Memorial. Victoria Memorial is located in Kolkata. It's one of the most important landmarks of the city. It is situated in Kolkata. It is one of the important landmarks in Kolkata. One of the important contribution of British in India, that is Victoria Memorial and Parliament House. The Britain built by in India Victoria Memorial and Parliament House in New Delhi. Victoria Memorial is situated in Kolkata and Parliament House is situated in Delhi. So Victoria Memorial is one of the important landmarks in Kolkata, and it was built in memory of Queen Victoria, who was the Empress of India. It is the memory. It is the memory of. It is built by. It was built in the memory of Queen Victoria. It is the memory. It was built in the memory of Queen Victoria, who was the Empress of India. It took 15 years to build the memorial. The Angel of Victory, a bronze angel, is placed above the dome of memorial. It is used to act as a weather clock to show the direction and speed of wind. The memorial has a museum and library. The library contains many rare manuscripts and books. So it is the memory. It is the memorial of. It is the memory. This building was built by the memory of Queen Victoria, and this memorial, Angel Victoria, a bronze angel, is placed above the dome of memorial. It is used as act as a weathercock to show the direction and speed of wind. The memorial has a museum and library. The library contains many rare manuscripts and books. Many rare manuscripts and music. So you understand that Victoria Memorial is located in Kolkata, and it was built by the memory of Queen Victoria, who was the Empress of India. It took 15 years to build the memorial. It take 15 years to build. This building is constructed to take 15 years. It was built in memory of Victoria, and it took 15 years. So we studied about 4 important historical monuments in India. The first one is Qutub Minar, the second one is Ajanta Ellora cave paintings, and thirdly Meenakshi temple, and fourthly then Victoria Memorial. Then we studied about Sun Temple. Fifthly, we studied about Sun Temple. All of you listen here. The Sun Temple of Konark in Odisha is one of the important, most beautiful temple in India. It was built by King Narasimhadeva in the 13th century. So, Sun Temple is located in Konark in Odisha. Sun Temple of Konark in Odisha is one of the most beautiful temple in the India. It was built by King Narasimhadeva in the 13th century. In the 13th century, Narasimhadeva, the King Narasimhadeva was built by the Sun Temple. It was located in Konark in Odisha. The King Narasimhadeva was built by this temple in 13th century. The temple is built of black granite and is therefore called Black Pagoda. It is also considered as, it is also called Black Pagoda because it is also considered as Black Pagoda because black granite, it was built, this temple is built by, the temple is built by black granite. The Narasimhadeva was the King Narasimhadeva is built by Sun Temple in 13th century. This temple is also known as Black Pagoda because this temple is built in black granite. The chariot has 24 big carved stone wheels. The wheel represent 24 hours of the day. The chariot is shown as being drawn by 7 huge horses made of stone. There are 2 stone lions at the main entrance of the temple. The temple is World Heritage Site. So here you can see the Konark Temple in Odisha. In the front of this temple, you can see the 2 faces of the lion, and the 4 sides. The wheel of the represent the 24 hours of the day. The chariots is shown as being drawn by 7 huge horses. The chariots is drawn by 7 huge horses made of stone. So the Sun Temple is built by black granite. So this temple is also known as Black Pagoda. It's also known as Black Pagoda, and the 24 hours, the chariots has 24 hours big carved, the chariots have 24 hours big carved stone wheels. The wheel represented 24 hours of the day. The chariots is shown as being drawn by 7 huge horses made of stones. Here you can see the chariots, 7 horses of stones. Horses are made of his chariots, and there are 2 stone lions at the main entrance of the temple. This temple is also considered, also recognized by World Heritage Site. This temple is also recognized by World Heritage Site. So today we studied about 5 important historical monuments in India. The first one Qutub Minar, the second one Ajanta Ellora cave paintings, and thirdly we studied about Meenakshi temple, then Parliament, then we studied about the Victoria Memorial, then fifthly we studied about the Konark temple or Sun temple in Odisha. Then next class we will study about Golden Temple, Golconda temple in India. Golden Temple and Golconda temple in India. So today we studied about the different historical monument in India. So in your notebook you write a brief description of a small brief description about each of the 5 important historical monuments. Each of the 5 important historical monument. Qutub Minar, Ajanta Ellora cave paintings, then Meenakshi temple, then Konark temple or Sun temple. Then lastly we studied about the Victoria Memorial. So all of you write in your notebook a small or brief description, a small description about 5 historical monument in India. Okay, thank you. Today we wind up our class. The next class we will complete this chapter. Then there are 2 other important historical monument we also take the next class. Then today we wind up our class. Thank you.